The views and opinions of this broadcast do not reflect the views and opinions of Armed Media, New Productions and its affiliates. Enjoy the show.
Hello, and welcome to Let's Talk Careers with Sara on Armed Radio Global. I am here every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, and I talk about resumes, job hunting, job searching, negotiating salaries. I'm talking anything about careers. So tonight's topic is going to be about start a successful job hunt and set yourself apart, and secret tips and tactics for landing your dream job. Job hunting is evolving around career sites, around co-workers who can recommend you where to go to apply for a new job. Your qualifications also take part of it, and your interviews and resumes, and of course to find out the culture that you want to work with and the location that you are comfortable going to work there, and also the salary rate that you are looking to work for. So all of this is just going to help you understand what a dream job is. So let's start talking with resumes. I want to spend a little time on the resume itself because it is still the coin of the realm with some companies. I'm not saying that resumes never work, because sometimes they do work, and in some cases it's the only legal tender a company still accepts. So although fewer and fewer companies require it, it's probably best to have an updated resume available. Today's companies are looking for creative thinkers, problem solvers, change agents, people who are above all flexible and willing to take on new roles as needed to help the company succeed. So your resume should reflect that attitude. It should be accomplishment oriented rather than just a list, chronologically arranged, of whom you worked for and brief description of what you did while you were there. What companies want today are people who get stuff done. Those are the people who can point to measurable achievements, who can talk about specific accomplishments. Employers want to see what you have done in the jobs you are held, what positions you held or companies you wanted. Although you certainly want to put that in. Your resume should be 1 page long. That's all. Nobody is going to sit around and read 3 or 4 page resumes. Do away with all the flowery exposition and get to the accomplishments. List measurable achievements expressed in percentages, numbers, results. Maybe it's a percentage you reduced accounts receivable by, or how you handle customer problems on the first call instead of the second or third, or how much your sales increased in a specific period. Doesn't make any difference if you're a receptionist or a truck driver. List your accomplishments. What I don't like to see in the opening gambit that goes, here is my goal, here is my objective, I want to get with a great company so I can maximize my skills. Get rid of that stuff. There should be no more objectives. That's why I recommend no more objectives. They are so obsolete. State that at the interview. They know that already. Cut right in the chase. If need be, put that in a short cover letter, but don't waste the space on your resume. Since you still need to list the where and when in your employment record, I suggest that rather than taking up nearly the entire resume as it usually does, it take up only a quarter of it. And what you will see is very concise synopsis, a single line listing page. For example, you were working from 2009 till 2019 in systems engineers for Hewlett Packard. I'm just throwing a name. Or you were working since 2000 till 2009 in technical analysis for Microsoft. Or you were working from 1999 to 2000 for marketing manager as Procter & Gamble. Don't list what you did, what your responsibilities were. Companies want to know about accomplishments and achievements, not responsibilities. Another point is to list relevant education and, perhaps as important today, computer or technology skills. There are very few jobs today that don't require some degree of computer literacy. Then, you don't have to be able to write a software program, but even if you are a waiter or waitress, you should be informed enough to do simple keyboard entry. So list such skills, and more is better in this case. While resumes will continue to play a role in the 21st century, their importance will diminish. The point I want to make is that if you are using the resume as your primary tool to get your foot in the door and win an interview, you're probably going to be disappointed. I have had clients come to me with stories about having sent out 50 or 100 resumes and getting no. I repeat, no response. The reason, again, is that resumes are used to weed people out, not get them in. If you want to be ruled in and differentiate yourself from your competitors, think job proposal. Now let's go over the interviews. Okay, preparing for an interview is vital. After going to all the trouble to prepare a job proposal or a combination of a job proposal and a resume just to land an interview, you want to be sure you are prepared. If you listened to my show last week, I explained what a job proposal is. That's another word for a cover letter. So a cover letter basically lets you propose yourself to the job in order to be considered for an interview. First, dress the part. Obviously, you should look your best when you're going to a job interview. It's not as important to get dressed in a stylish business dress or suit as it once was, to the disappointment of Brooks Brothers and Ann Taylor, but don't dress too casually either. Second, be passionate about the company and the job. The last thing any company is looking for is another body to take up space. I'm sure they've got their quota of those. They want people who are doers, who have accomplished things, who are eager, enthusiastic, creative, self-starters. Don't be afraid to let it show. I have interviewed literally thousands of people, and remarkably few seem to display the kind of passion that most companies get excited about. I have shortlisted people for return interviews who didn't have qualifications equal to some other candidates solely because of their enthusiasm. When I saw several candidates with the proper background and skills and qualifications, the deciding factor for me was always passion about the job. You don't have to dance on the desktop and singing chorus, to singing in the rain. But don't be afraid to display the fact that you are excited about their product or service, to tell why you think you'd be a great fit. And if you are not, enthusiastic about the company and the job. That should serve as a notice that you shouldn't even be going to the interview. One of the ways you can show your enthusiasm or passion is the way you sit in your chair during the interview. Don't sit back with your arms crossed. That's a show me stance. It conveys a bad message. Be confident, polished, and professional. Being cool went out around the time that Happy Days went into reruns. Bring with you any information that supports the position you are taking. If you are presented a job proposal that entails new responsibility or task, you want to bring with you all the documentation you have that backs your position. It will establish your credibility and validity of your proposal. It will establish your credibility as a credible person. And the validity of your proposal, it says that you are an organized person, that you have done your research, that you walk the talk. And bring with you to the interview any awards or commendations that you have received. I have actually pulled plaques that what you have out of my I've actually pulled plaques and what have you out of my briefcase to show at interviews. They are visible evidence of accomplishments. Companies like people who can accomplish things, and it has differentiated me from the competition. The questions you ask for the person interviewing you also say a lot about who you are. I coach my clients to try to diplomatically, of course, take control of the interview. The sooner the better. Don't ask what the company is going to do for you. Instead, tell the interviewer what you are going to do for the company. And after your presentation or proposal, ask key questions based on the research you did. It will distinguish you from the competition and help you decide if this is the company you really want to work for. So here are some legitimate questions you should want to know the answers to. How would you describe your company's management style? What is the company's management philosophy? How do you help employees balance their professional and personal lives? What will my specific job responsibilities be? What will I be expected to accomplish in a few months or first year? How would you describe the company culture? What kind of people are most satisfied working for you? What is the staff turnaround ratio? What do you think people leave here? What are the company's values? How will my work be evaluated? Is there room for growth and advancement in the company? Ask for specific examples. What is the company doing for continuing education and training? How is the company positioned against the competition? How does the company keep employees appraised of new development? If the interviewer has a hard time answering your questions or is vague in his or her response, that's a warning flag. It should make you wonder if this is the kind of company you want to work for. Let's say you have had a great interview. You like the company and you think the feeling is mutual. What is the next step? When is it okay to contact the company? That, in fact, is one of the questions you might ask to end the interview. What's the next step? What's the timeline? I recommend to my clients that they send an email or fax in the next couple of days, not only thanking their interviewer for their time, but perhaps bringing out a point or two that you wanted to discuss but didn't get around to. When do you bring up the issue of compensation? I always save it until the end, after I have decided that this is the company for me. And the way to bring it up is simply to say something like, do you mind if we take a few minutes and talk about compensation? Simple and effective. Make the point that you are talking about total compensation, not just base salary or hourly wage. Let them know what you expect, what your research indicates in the going rate, plus anything extra, signing bonus, etc., but that you would like include in the offer. The company likes to think that it's not just money that brings you to the party. That doesn't mean you are not going to negotiate to get what you want, because you are. They know that. But if you have set the tone by describing your accomplishments and skills and asking the great questions, you are going to end up getting more money. Just keep it in the proper sequence. Bottom line, great job proposals win great interviews. Great interviews win the great jobs. You want to write a real winner of a proposal to get considered, but you have to nail the interview to get the job. Remember that the winning interview is not based on your Armani suit or the fact that you are just bought shares in the company. Winning the job is about having an idea of how your employment will benefit the company, presenting your case with passion and enthusiasm. Demonstrate that you are a problem solver, creative thinker, a change agent, and the job will be yours. I'll take a break. I'll be right back. Stay tuned with me. By now, you know why job proposals get interviews and resumes find their way into landfills. The only way to get good at job proposals is to practice. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to write at least 3 job proposals. Your goal is to reach the following stages with each proposal. Number 1, practice your proposal skills on a job you currently have or your most recent job, and learn the differences between writing a resume and writing a proposal, which is a cover letter. Number 2, begin to exercise your research muscles. Compile a proposal for a company you would like to work for. Choose a company where you have an inside contact. Number 3, complete a proposal which contains all the required elements listed below, which I'm going to tell you right now, is sharply presented and present it to your target inside the company. So, here is the list of the elements you should include in a job proposal. Always remember that, unlike resumes, job proposals are written to speak to the needs and interests of a specific person within a specific company. It should be a maximum of 2 pages. Max, okay? So, core proposal. Summarize your proposal. Tell the reader what they're about to read. You might write a catchy title, like a newspaper headline. Okay? Your company's needs. Thoroughly researched, specific, and verified by your inside contacts. Concrete, direct, focused, and measured for the solutions. And then pick your top 5 skills. Now, focus on the skills which are outstanding, set you apart, and will be visible to others. And how is the business environment, team, or community different because you are part of it? What do you bring to that community which enhances the performance and fulfillment of those within it? And the last thing is invitation to action. What actions would you like the prospective employer to take after they have read your proposal? Okay, include only those that strengthen and add to your central point, and the more is not necessarily better in these proposals. So, write about what excites you about the prospect of working for your company. One idea is to speak to the company's mission statement. Introduce yourself. Who am I? An opportunity to say who you choose to be as an employee, not what box you fit in. What I have done in the past achievements, highlights, successes, wins. Highlight any home runs you have hit which are related to the substance of this proposal. What I will do in the future. This is the way to say that what you have chosen as your future. Focus on results for the company, not for you. And how that future will manifest in your business, broken down into developmental stages, meaning what measurable results can you bring. And I will consider this a success if blank. Build in some measurably, show that you are willing to think big and you know what it will take to get there. What I will need to succeed. Note the place to ask for a certain salary that comes later. I will explain more. But the place to describe the support, attitudes, and environment and business philosophy that will bring out the best in you. And my mission. What do you stand for? What is your professional life really about? What is the company's reason for you to participate in this kind of work? What gets you out of bed in the morning feeling positive about your day? My vision. How can you bring your vision, your mission down to earth into daily practice and use it as a foundation from which to build an action plan? What is your vision to the department you will lead? My commitment. What is negotiable? What you will stand for, whether others agree or disagree. What qualities of being and modes of operations will be ever present. My network. Where are you connected? What is your community? Who do you know? Who do you naturally relate to? And how this will relate to success of your proposal. You could hold me accountable for blank. Okay, my guarantee blank. Guarantees are powerful. What would you be willing to guarantee absolutely with your job on the line? What moves, touches, and inspires me about this opportunity? Speak from the heart. Be totally authentic. This is where you get to say what this will be more than just a job. Top 10 reasons to hire me. Be specific, but you can be playful too, since top 10 lists are supposed to be funny. My business philosophy. Avoid cliches. Focus on concrete statements of intent, your boundaries, your ethics, what you believe in and stand for. What my colleagues, supervisors, clients have said about me. Direct quotes and testimonials with references and follow up with phone numbers. And then refining and delivering your proposal. It has been said that anyone can write, but only a gifted few can rewrite well. The first draft of your job proposal needs feedback and then revision. So here is the sequence of events that I can suggest. You have done your homework and you know what you want to propose to whom. Not only it is a great idea on a practical business level, it also excites you, speaks to an area of passionate interest. Then you have an inside coach who confirms that the idea is sound and guides you about how to present it and to whom. And the inside coach is me. Okay, you can reach me on Facebook, Let's Talk Careers with Sara. You can reach me on email, Let's Talk Careers with Sara at gmail.com, and I can guide you with this proposal. You write the proposal, show it to at least 2 people for feedback, tell them your intended audience, and ask them to evaluate it from that perspective. Based on their feedback, rewrite if necessary. Show your proposal to your inside coach, which is me. Rewrite it again as required. It should now fit in the 2-page requirement. Check that it not only conveys your proposal effectively, but it has a flavor of your personality and style about it. I would suggest to use the proposal, deliver it through job posting, and you can also mail it. Sometimes I still receive mails and it's actually effective. or you can just email it to HR or whoever posting in the job posting their email address. Now, on the day your target will be receiving your proposal, leave them a brief message. Okay, it can be like a 30 seconds max on their voicemail early in the morning, that's saying that they will be receiving an email from you which has a proposal form from you today, and letting them know when you will follow up. When they do get your proposal, you have shown that you can deliver what you promise. Simple but impressive. And follow up with 48 hours of their receipt and the exact time you said. Don't ask for a response right away on the phone. Ask for a meeting to discuss your proposal. Always call it a meeting rather than an interview. Okay, so I have a sample here, and I would really like to share it with you. However, we'll take a short break and I'll write back, and after the break I will tell you that sample.
Found a place to celebrate? But wait, you are missing a sweet table. With fancy desserts and a menu full of items of your choice. Call 347-265-5063. You can have a sweet table as if you are a celebrity. Quality worth every penny. Order from New York Artisan Bakery. Want to win your party? Call 347-265-5063.
Alright, we're back. So here is the sample of the proposal as I had promised. If you would like to download the template, that will be available on my Facebook page, Let's Talk Careers with Sara. Or you can email it to me, Let's Talk Careers with Sara at gmail.com, and asking the subject of the email, job proposal template. So the job proposal has to say to who? To a company, the name of the company, from, your name, and the date. The intent of this document is to give you a sense of the kind of energy and ideas I will bring to the position of Director of Admissions. My resume gives you a sense of what I've done in the past, but it does not tell you what I will do when hired to work for the Colorado College of Chiropractic. This is a demonstration of my thought process, business philosophy, and proactive leadership style. A vision of the admissions department. Create an admission department which is vital, lively, and welcoming. Every applicant's dream of becoming a chiropractic physician is celebrated by staff. Recruit and enroll those students who will best represent the philosophy, goals, and character of the chiropractic profession and the Colorado College of Chiropractic. Provide the academic staff with students who are ready to learn, whose expectations are highly but realistic, who are committed to success and are fully prepared to take the challenge of becoming an outstanding chiropractic physician. Institute organizational systems and management practices with the admissions department, which empowers all department members to perform at a high level. Design the department around the organizing principles of simplified directedness in order that all admissions personnel are empowered so at peak efficiency. Design and implement administrative and interdepartment communication system which simplify rather than obstruct the delivery of necessary admission data to college administration. Work in a way that is consistent with the philosophy of chiropractic. Each member of the admission team to take responsibility for the heart of the department and to strive to create an office which is not just for overt problems, but is vibrantly healthy. Create a department which treats all inquiries and applications with such respect that it naturally generates a flow of referrals from the community. Refers will be known without a shadow of doubt that application of CCC, that's Chiropractic College of Colorado College, will be treated well, will never be pressured, and will be thoroughly and effectively introduced to the college and the profession. Leadership and management style, that's a different title. My approach to the challenge of directing a department that is the first point of contact between the students and the college. Open door policy, available to support the personnel and professional development of department staff. Open communications and an atmosphere of trust and mutual support. Manage as coach, to look at every breakdown in department functions as an opportunity to generate a breakthrough. Manager as listener, to call forth the creativity and passion of each individual by encouraging full self-expression, open communication, and an atmosphere of team participation and non-judgment. Relentlessly positive, committed to looking for win-win-win solutions to challenges, to be a win for college, department member, and applicant. Accountability where possible, give each department team member choices about how to perform their job, but hold solid accountability to produce bottom-line results. Inspiration, to lead by inspiring others to outstanding performance rather than simply requesting it, to inspire by modeling the kind of actions and communication which produce results and create a positive work environment and a team energy. A culture of resolution. Problems in the department do not hang around unsolved, generating tension, stress, resentment, and high turnover, all of which will negatively impact the recruitment and enrollment process. As Director of Admissions, I will use my extensive conflict resolution skills to do whatever it takes to resolve the problem quickly in a way that is a win-win for all involved. Celebration and reward. Individual and team achievements are celebrated and acknowledged and, where possible, rewarded. All team members know that their hard work is seen, valued, and recognized, and that they are appreciated regularly and specifically. Now, all of this list that I'm listing right now has bullet points. When you are going to get the template, you will see it and adjust accordingly. Proposed public relations and enrollment strategies. That's a new title. A little brainstorming about ways to generate ongoing successful recruitment. Gain visibility to target market through health fairs, college recruitment fairs, informational evenings, and inspirational talks. Create PR campaign to get extensive local and trade media coverage of college opening. Network with my career advisors in the Rocky Mountains region. Generate awareness of the college, its target students profile. Create and nurture relationships with key individuals at feeder institutions, including University of Colorado, Colorado State University, University of Northern Colorado, Metro State regions, and the many vocational schools in the region. Produce outstanding written marketing materials which both inspire and educate prospective students, combined to form a packet to be mailed to prospective students that is classy, professional, thorough, personal, and highly informative. The package should be a step above anything being offered by competitors. Create a comprehensive strategy to drive traffic to the college website through internet banner, advertising, and business alliances with websites which draw our target demographic. Create a visible and dynamic presence among Denver area chiropractors through networking events, social gatherings, and sponsorships, and perhaps subsidy of continuing education training, which are at the leading edge of the profession. Highly targeted advertising in print media, which is read by our target demographics. Create strategic alliances with college-focused career counseling organizations and websites to ensure that chiropractic careers are included in the right process of immediately inclined college students. Design a tour program for students. Visit the campus, which is managed by admission staff but is led by current students. The goal would be to allow visitors to observe classrooms and labs, get into conversations with present students, and experience the feeling of the campus chiropractic community. This will involve creating a comprehensive training program for current students to successfully welcome and guide visitors and emphasize the selling points of the college. Generate a referral incentive program for current students and alumni. Top 10 reasons to hire, let's say, Paul as the director of admissions. He is creative, resourceful, innovative, and practical. He gives outstanding presentations, inspirational talks, and excellent trainings. He has extensive knowledge and experience in the alternative healthcare field and knows the chiropractic profession extremely well. He is a capable administrator, able to maintain simplicity and effectiveness. He is accountable, responsible, and responsive, a true team player. He has an existing network of contacts in the chiropractic and alternative health communities in Denver. He is a skilled manager, trainer, educator, and coach. His passion, dedication, and enthusiasm is his work are magnetic. He is a natural recruiter. He has a great English accent. Paul is fun to work with, able to make any workplace more energized and productive. I am available to interview from April 12th onwards, and for employment from May 1st. Please contact me at, you leave a phone number, and through email, you leave the email address. So in this way, this becomes a very terrific proposal that employers cannot really resist in reading it and hiring you. Now I will show you a sample of someone who had a job proposal for Delta Road. Now the proposal starts with Internet Marketing Coordinator. That's the name of the position. The objectives: this position would keep track of various marketing functions that Delta Road will encounter in order to stay strategically marketed with a presence on the internet. The status of this task will be research intensive, require marketing skill applications, and the ability to maintain functionality of company documents related to the internet. Now, the general assumptions. Our target market will come from the data that we receive from FaceTime. From this, I would like to create a target market profile that I will then research online to investigate what would best attract them to our site. Most of the following processes will have to be perpetually and diligently maintained since the web is a dynamic and ever-changing environment. Competitiveness and presence on the internet is a never-ending process because of the quick growth and popularity of the internet. So, the process: website research engine registration. Maintain the registration of the .com site to search engines will be of the utmost importance. Also, overseeing the process of registration of the coach sites to search engines will be search engines will be routinely maintained. Keyword generation and maintenance for main site and coach sites. Knowledge of what keywords are being used as search engines and which ones are no longer being used will be helpful in maintaining our functionality and searchability on search engines. Maintaining and researching technical articles for coaches. Technical articles will be updated every month as needed by the coach in order to make them feel more comfortable dealing with people who are in high-tech positions. Articles pertaining to other professions can also be added if needed. Maintain the technical dictionary. Updates of the technical dictionary available every month as needed by the coaches. Definitions that become of importance could be directly emailed to me for updates in the dictionary, and definitions that are found through research and deemed who value as a source for the coaches will be also added. Researching banner ads. The importance of banner ads as a means of advertising on the web will be important as Delta Road makes their presence known on the internet. Knowing current information on what is working and what is not will be key to our success with this form of medium. All areas of the subject will be researched, such as color schemes, taglines, font type, movement, and sites that have had success with them. Continued research on what types of web ads are working and experiencing the highest clickability rates will also be important and will allow Delta Road to be one of the forerunners to the latest marketing strategies on the internet. Researching internet positions for websites. Positioning is important because Delta Road will want to be in areas on the internet that their target market is focused on. Finding sites to position Delta Road will be helpful in expanding our presence and will complement our branding efforts. Researching potential strategic alliances. Finding key strategic alliances will allow Delta Road to develop partnerships with other businesses that will enhance our presence on the internet. Placement on the Strategic Alliances website may potentially help with our ratings on search engine sites that rate their searches by popularity. Maintaining a list of our strategic alliances. This will be an up-to-date list so that everyone in Delta Road will know whom we have strategic alliances with. By maintaining this list, it will allow a master list to be in one place with all of the information so everyone will have the same information if they need it. Internet research. This will allow for extra internet strategy research to be conducted if and when needed for the internet strategy team, especially pertaining to internet marketing strategies. And then for the future, the trade show research, researching and developing new and innovative ideas for trade show hooks that will get Delta Road noticed and remembered by the public. Creation and maintenance of college and university strategic alliances, researching and creating a list of potential alliances with universities and colleges, potentially developing a pilot program in order to receive feedback and data on this possible alliance. Creating a buzz online. This would allow Delta Road an initial mystique that would create curiosity that would need to be satisfied by potential consumers who would hear or read the words Delta Road and would like to find out more. Keeping abreast of our competitors. Knowing what our competitors are offering will allow us to keep our products and services up to par and potentially excel in what we at Delta Road can offer to our clients and potential clients. This will also allow us to know our standing amongst our competitors, and it may potentially allow us to see what's in the minds of our clients and potential clients. Researching more about our target markets. Target markets will help Delta Road learn about the types of people that use our services. By researching the subject further, we will be able to create advertisements in the way of banner ads and or pop-up ads that would appeal to them and encourage our target market to click on the advertisement. Knowledge about what our target market wants is the key to finding out what they want to see or what products or services they want access to. Also, keeping abreast with our target market will be the key to Delta Road's success in drawing them to our site. Cost and timing. The current rate is $13 for part-time contract work up until the point that I am able to work full-time. The proposed rate is $40,000 annually based on the research that I conducted looking for similar position compensations and first-year college graduates. Delta Road will reimburse me for materials and supplies that are directly consumed by the company, such as printer, ink, and paper. Delta Road will be billed monthly. After I graduate, which is tentatively mid-August 2000, I would like to increase my hours from 15 to 20 to 40 plus. This transition will increase over the period of 3 weeks and 10 hours per week until it is up to 40 hours per week. Since I would be working a standard work week, I would like to move to a full-time position and W-2 status and away from 1099 contract status. The estimate time for all of the above to be completed will be now through August and possibly beyond. Now, this, I know it's a lot of information that I've just read it from the sample. This will be on my Facebook page, Let's Talk Careers with Sara. You can download it and you can have it as something that you can refer to when you write your own proposal. And sometimes it's overwhelming and it's very frustrating and people feel like it's too much to think and be creative. So you can hire me as your guidance and I can help you write it. I can even write it for you and you can just review it and you will let me know if anything needs to be changed. So if you need to reach out to me about this and you want more information about how to write proposals, you can email me, Let's Talk Careers with Sara, and you will hear from me after that, and I'll send you more samples, more templates, so that way you know what to do. Now, this proposal goes in with a sample resume. So the resume has to have your name, your contact information, your summary. It has to have your selected skills and achievements. And you can have employment history and, of course, education. I can give you also some templates. You can download them on my Facebook page, Let's Talk Careers with Sara. If you are a group member on Let's Talk Careers Inner Circle on Facebook, then you can get access to it as well. So for those of you who are listening to me and would like those templates, you can go on Facebook, Let's Talk Careers with Sara, and you can download those templates. So we'll take a short break and I'll be right back. Now, talking about proposals and resumes. Now, let's talk a little bit more about salary. I spent 3 weeks talking about salary about a few weeks ago, and I want to re-emphasize about that even tonight. So, ask for more. You'll probably get it. So, another way that you will find the workplace has changed is the way workers will relate to their bosses though there are still old line bosses that are out there, and a great many employees who think there are still old line bosses out there, and the way that the relationship between employee and employer remains the way it's always been. In truth, the relationship has changed, and in the better companies, bosses are changing with the time. What that means is that we now have new opportunities to not only remake our careers and move them forward, but also tend to have a more enjoyable relationship with the people we work for. So why ask for more? When I first got into the job market, a few odd years ago, there was a very linear relationship between employer and employee. I had no trouble understanding where I was on the food chain. think bottom, okay? Nobody ever questioned his or her boss. You were certainly free to not like it or disagree quietly, but one thing you were not allowed to do was ignore it. To question your boss's authority was to put your job or career at considerable risk. You could be fired on a mere whim. It was simple. While there are still a few power trippers out there, their numbers are dwindling. If you work for one, I'd suggest you consider moving to pastures that are a little greener. Perhaps your career would blossom in different surroundings. If you're interviewing with a new company, make a solid effort to find out what the management style is, what the corporate culture is, like before committing to employment. All that said, the title of your position, okay, is another indicator of how much the job market has changed. Bosses today, the good ones at least, want you to be bringing more of everything to the table. They are not distressed that you are asking for more because they know you are bringing more. You are not going to show up at your evaluation with a begging bowl in your hand. You have got to show up with a satchel full of ideas and recommendations that will help the company. Now that the pendulum has swung to our side, an old employment contract is quickly becoming a thing of the past, and a new employment contract is now being written. The primary driver behind the new employment contract is that companies, the good ones, realize that attracting and retaining the best workers is the number one workplace issue. Supply and demand, folks. There just ain't enough good ones to go around. How many pitches now throwing in the big league would have been in double or triple? 15 years ago? Easy answer. Lots. There are lots of more teams, but yet the talent pool remains roughly the same. Look at the number. The number 4 and 5 starters on most major league rosters, those were the minor leagues of 10-15 years ago. For years and years, the big issue among companies was capital, finding enough money to stay afloat. Today, the big issue is finding and keeping great employees. There are 28 million less Gen Xers than baby boomers. And when we, the boomers, start moving out of the job market, well, you do the math. You won't even need your calculator. Not enough folks to fill the positions. So, what to ask for? Let's see. So now my question is what to ask, right? So now that the time is right and the pendulum has swung over to our side, chances are good that if you ask for more, you are probably going to get it. All of this presupposes that you are a solid performer. You don't have to be a star, but of course that helps. But you do have to be a solid performer, a real contributor. If you are a so-so mediocre performer, you are not going to get much consideration. You can ask for more money, very legitimate. My suggestion would be that you not only ask for an increase in your base salary, but that you can also get a stake in the outcome. If you exceed certain target figures, you'll be given a bonus or a percentage of the increase. Then you can ask for more time off or flex time, as it's come to be known. With the telecommuting more of a reality, flex time is just that, the flexibility to work hours that allow you to say, go to the dentist in the afternoon, maybe attend your kid's soccer game, then complete your daily tasks later in the evening after the kids have gone to bed. You're not so stressed about how you're going to make a certain approach. Your work or life balance meter is idling, complementary mid-scale, and yet all the work gets done. Sometimes having the flexibility to telecommute is really to spend more time with the kids. It's far more important than actual dollars you accumulate. Then ask for more, say, in the company decisions. The best companies allow, nay, encourage their employees to be more active in company decisions. Maybe not the big ones. They won't ask you about prospective mergers, but decisions on new products, decisions about advertising campaigns, decisions about better ways to get things done, on how to work more effectively as a team. Go to your boss and ask to be involved in some of the company decisions. Maybe you can sit down together and find out which ones you think that are appropriate and which are not. If you do that in a professional, diplomatic way, what employer or manager worth his or her salt isn't going to love you. Who doesn't want to shift some of the responsibility to someone who is willing or eager to become more involved in company's decisions? Ask for more assignments. I talked a little about this when I discussed being a star performer. Don't wait for someone to come to you with the tasks. Be proactive. Ask if there's an assignment you can take on. I guarantee you that there will be. Better yet, you can sometimes suggest that some things need to be done which aren't presently getting any attention, and which perhaps you, being the solid or star performer that you are, could take care of. Ask to share in the company's wealth. This was covered at some length in previous shows. Remember that you have to ask for stock options, a piece of the action. You'll also have the achievements to show the company that you deserve it. These last two may be a little obscure, that I've had some success with them. Tell your boss you want to have more fun. That's right, F-U-N. As weird as it sounds, it can be effective. One of the things that makes people want to come to work for a company and stay there is having fun on the job. And oddly enough, if you are having more fun, you are being more productive. So if you have got some ideas about how to make the workplace more fun, take them to the boss. It might involve more interesting assignments, more business travel, the opportunity to work more closely with clients outside the company, etc. I once had a bunch of people who worked for me. One day we sat down and decided that we ought to have recess every afternoon. You remember recess? Of course you do. Every afternoon at 3, we would go outside and maybe throw the football around, play hockey sack, float the frisbee across the lawn, and instead of the 3 p.m. swan song, which most of us went through, we would look forward to going outside and getting the blood flowing a little. Oxygenate those brain cells, gang. Ask for a sense of purpose. People today in the workforce want to have a sense of purpose within the company. They want to feel that they make a difference, that they are contributing something of value. They're not sure how to get it, and they may even feel that their values are at cross purposes with the companies. But it's something to ask for. Ask your employer how you can achieve more of a sense of purpose on the job, how you can come away feeling that you are more than just a body who shows up to get a paycheck. So these are the things to consider of. So I am going to have many more of these in the next shows that you can really take advantage of listening to it. If you have missed the beginning of the show, you can find them on Facebook, Let's Talk Careers with Sarah, or you can join my group, Let's Talk Careers Inner Circle, and you can email me, Let's Talk Careers with Sarah@gmail.com. And this is basically, if you have any other topics that you want to discuss or you want me to discuss it, you can just reach out to me.